You know the strategy. You've back tested it. You have confidence in it. You know when to trade. You know when not to trade. You avoid news events. You may avoid even the cash open, that is. So you understand the market structure, price action, patterns. You know your indicator. You may even know yourself, have some self-awareness. But you still blow up accounts. You still panic sell at the bottom, trying to catch the falling knife. And you FOMO buy at the top. Why? Well, if you know what to do, why can't you just do it? It's because the fighting war inside your own brain is a conflict. We click the mouse, and oftentimes we're on the wrong side, fighting our own self. So in this series, we're ditching the motivational fluff. We're going to use real neuroscience and cognitive psychology to help you win the war. So welcome to the Neuro-Trader by Quad Threat AI. The core problem to fix your trading, you have to stop looking at the charts for a minute and look at the hardware you're using, our brain, right? So we need to break this down using a framework I like to use called PAR, Problem, Action, Result. So the core problem in this, our brains, are fundamentally not designed for this modern trading. It evolved over millions of years for survival in the wild, not navigating the Nasdaq futures. The mechanisms that kept our ancestors alive are the exact mechanisms that are destroying the P&L today. When the cavemen saw danger, they needed to react instantly, fight or flight. If there was hesitation, that meant certain death. And when you see NQ hit your stop quickly, it sends this message to the brain of that financial loss. It stings. It's not a mathematical probability, but a physical threat. And so we need to understand that there's two key players in this conflict. On one side, you have the prefrontal cortex, as we'll call PFC. And this is the area right behind your forehead. It's the CEO of the brain. The PFC handles logic, long-term planning, emotional regulation, the discipline side. When you analyze a chart calmly, that's your PFC working as it should. And on the other side, you have this limbic system. It's this ancient emotional core. It's fast, impulsive, irrational. It contains two critical areas for traders. The amygdala, your fear center, your smoke alarm. When you're in drawdown, the amygdala screams danger. This is why you panic. And the Nucleus Accumbens, your reward center. It wants excitement, action. And when you see the market ripping and you're not in it, then this activates that FOMO side. So the conflict arises in our brains, and that emotional limbic system is much faster and often more stronger and intense than the rational PFC. So when that volatility spikes, the limbic system physically overrides the PFC, and our rational brain literally goes offline, right? It just goes out the window. It's a brutal feeling. And when you wake up, you're like, what the hell did I just do? So this isn't just a physiological, it's chemical, right? The problem is that the brain regions release these powerful neural chemicals that sabotage our decisions. So that gets right into dopamine, and we know all about this, right? In trading, dopamine is about that anticipation of reward. It's the thrill of the chase, the action, the dopamine rush when we click buy. It feels exciting, and your brain craves more. So the result, if you overtrade, you'll take impulsive setups, you become addicted to that action and not the profit. Now, what happens when the trade goes against you, the amygdala fires up and your body releases cortisol and the stress hormone. The action of cortisol is devastating. Research shows that high levels of cortisol physically impairs the function of the PFC, the prefrontal cortex. And then the result happens, the brain fog hits in, and we get loss after loss, and that inability to think clearly affects our ability to, with our risk control, and even taking our best setups. And so this cortisol making you literally less intelligent, it's crazy, it just takes over. And especially when you're trading futures like we do, which I consider like stocks on steroids, it doesn't allow us to be at our sharpest state. So that's the problem, right? We are chemically driven and emotionally compromised. So what is the action we take to fix it? We are a concept called neuroplasticity. Our brain is not fixed. It's constantly changing and adapting. Neuroplasticity means your brain is malleable. There's a saying in neuroscience, neurons that fire together, wire together. Every time you panic sell, you strengthen the neural pathway for panic selling, and you're getting better at losing. But every time you resist the urge to FOMO, stick to your plan, you strengthen the pathway for discipline. You are physically building a better brain. So this is a course that I'm putting together. It's an intensive course designed to force the neuroplastic change. We're going to weaken the influence of the amygdala and supercharge the prefrontal cortex. To achieve this, we have to have non-negotiable rules. And if you're not willing to do this, I don't think any indicator or anyone can help you. Why? Because the science shows you cannot effectively learn a new behavior while under threat. When real money is on the line, your amygdala is hyperactive, and the fear and the cortisol will hijack the learning process, and you have to remove that threat to allow your prefrontal cortex to build new habits without interference. The main result we're aiming for, obviously, is a brain that perceives market information objectively, manages risk without emotion, and executes your strategy with unwavering discipline. So, okay, let's start the process. Here's your homework for day one. We have 2 tasks. The baseline audit. I want you to review the last 20 trades and don't care about P&L. I want you to identify the top 3 emotions that caused you to deviate from your trading plan. Was it fear, greed, frustration, or whatever? Write that down. We need to know our enemy. This is different than a standard lock. It's a cognitive journey. We track our mental state before, during, and after the trade. This process builds what's called a metacognition, the ability to think about your thinking. And I've created a free template that I will provide, and it will align with this course. And so the link will be in this video. We know the problem. Our ancient brain hardware is incompatible with modern markets, but armed with the science of neuroplasticity, we can upgrade the hardware. So download the journal template and complete your baseline audit. In the next video, we're going to tackle the panic response head on. We're going to look at the amygdala hijack, and I'll give you scientifically proven techniques and practices developed by Stanford University scientists to stop trading anxiety in its tracks instantly. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And let me know in the comments what is the #1 emotion that blows up your trading accounts. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.